What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Booth Podcast. My name is Ken, along with my co-host
Dom.
And this is the podcast where we talk about life, love, and the deep things you can't talk about with anyone else. And welcome back to episode 76. If you guys are new here, welcome. You know, we know a bunch of you guys are new from our TikTok, probably. That thing kind of blew up. I think we're at like 1.1 mil views on that.
Wow.
Just crazy, right? I know some other may be like, oh, that's like easy for them. I'm like, yo, for us, that's a lot.
It's a lot just because we have been on a comeback for like the past month.
Yeah.
So to be fair, we haven't hit a million like
a minute, bro.
a pretty long time.
It was a Nico. It was Valentine's. Around Valentine's last year is when we hit it. Our first one.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. But no, we are back and we're better. I feel it. I'm starting to feel that we're getting back into the swing of things.
Yeah. I mean, physically, I'm like sick, bro.
Are you?
Yeah.
My asthma's been kicking in.
Oh, fuck.
I know. Asthma's not fun because people think like asthma is just like you run out of breath easier and like you need a puffer. And it's not that at all. Because like I'll be coughing and like phlegm will be because it's like my lungs. I'm about to give you a little lesson. I don't know any of the scientific facts. I just know about what I feel. And then I've searched it up online and it's like legit.
Yeah.
Because everything online is real, right? So like, yeah, I just cough and then phlegm comes up. And it's like, it's not, thank God it's not like an excessive cough. It's excessive coughs. You could like, it's not good for you. Like you can start bleeding and stuff like that in your internals. But like, it's more so like, there's just some nasty stuff in my lungs and it comes out.
Did you like taking the puffer when you were a kid? Like for asthma?
See, I didn't.
Really?
I grew up without asthma. Like, I mean, I think at least not that I remember of it. Like, I never let it be a thing in my head.
Yeah.
I kind of just like went off the idea because my dad was like, oh yeah, you got rid of your asthma because you started doing Taekwondo. Which, how that works, I don't even know. Because, you know, Filipinos, when they like to make up stuff. So I don't know if that was true or not. But what I do know is that, like, I didn't feel like asthma held me back. So it never was a thing. And then now that I'm getting older, though, it's, like, slowly starting to get to me.
Damn.
I can feel it. I don't know.
That's bad. That's actually so bad.
Yeah.
But for me, I love taking the puffer as a kid.
What?
Hear me out.
You even have asthma? Or you just like...
No, I actually did. Like, I had, like, the whole thing where you had to, like, put it here and, like, the tube and shit. I like taking it because I think my mom told me when I was a kid, like, yo, this gives you superpowers.
What?
So I took it. I'm like, I was like, I started running and shit. Right?
Yeah.
Which I know you shouldn't have. Yeah. But it's like, I thought I was fucking cool, bro. I'm like, yeah, it's my refill. Yeah. Right? My mom fed me. That's the greatest lie my mom probably fed me.
Yeah.
I love that. Because I grew up with asthma. It wasn't hard. Right? Just because I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, yeah. And like I like the tube that you gave me because it had like little teddy bears and shit. Like it's like my favorite. Wow. And then I felt so grown up when it was time to like, all right, enough with the tube. Now you have to like just put it directly in your mouth. I was like, yeah. I thought it was cool. I thought it was so cool.
I remember them making some characters with asthma just super cool.
Nah, they made it like fucking nerdy. Like
no, yeah, but there was also some that were just superheroes for some odd reason.
Like who?
I don't remember specifically. I just remember them like they would puff and then boom, like it did give them powers. Like I do remember that being a thing. I don't remember where. I know it was a thing.
Sounds like a Skechers ad.
Maybe.
You remember Skechers used to have like
with the
head up
air that goes inside.
Yeah, I actually thought it was so cool. I'm like, oh my god, this guy's running.
Yeah.
But I still never wanted Skechers. I'm like,
oh yeah, no, never. Never.
I just thought the ads were cool though.
Never. I remember like it got to a point where if you wore Skechers in school, like you were the loser. That like when in my time when I was a kid, because there's some kids that had like they were already getting into their Jordan phase. Yeah. Nike and everything, and I was like, yeah, that's the type of shoes you need, not the fucking Skechers. Yeah. You have holes in your feet, bro. Yeah. If it rains and you go into the mud, bro, that is terrible. Yeah. Those shoes are not smart. Like, I don't know. Like, it never felt right for me.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of, like, shoes and shit, so my little brother just entered high school, right? And I went to graduation for grade 8, And I realized almost every kid in there had like the freshest shoes, right? Like nice clean Air Force Ones or like some hype ass shoes.
Yeah.
Right. When I was graduating, it was just dress shoes like that you get from like Payless or something. Right. But then I see all these kids, they have like these expensive ass shoes. I'm like, I didn't get my first pair of J's until I was like grade 10, I think. Like grade 10 or 11. Right. And that shit was still expensive.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm just like, damn, Jordans are expensive. But then my little brother's growing up on this just because like I grew up on it too.
Yeah.
So I'm like giving him hand-me-downs. I'm like, this guy's so lucky.
Yeah.
Right. And that everyone else in like that, everyone else that's entering high school or in high school or like even younger kid in elementary, they have like this new sense of style that we didn't have. Like we just threw on whatever mom gave us.
Yeah.
Right. And I enjoyed that. But now I see my brother styling himself. I'm like, nice. But I'm like, bro, be a kid.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that important yet. Yeah. But I'm like, all right, you know what? You kids do you, yo.
My brother, his help, like he has the worst sense of style.
Which one?
Well, both of them, but like Jonelle has the worst, the middle one, the one that's in high school.
Hey, Janelle, if you hear this.
He knows. He's even admitted it. That's why he always asks me, and I'm like, dude, I don't even know, bro, if I'm being honest. Luckily, though, he has a girlfriend. And if you guys know anything about girlfriends, they will dress you, well, number one, the way that they want.
Or, you know, they dress you in Aritzia.
Do they nowadays?
Yo, apparently. There's like the whole like Aritzia girlfriend thing. And then there's a Uniqlo girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Aritzia boyfriend, Uniqlo girlfriend. Yeah, sorry.
I know of.
Yeah.
Those ones.
I find that so funny, bro.
I do find that funny, too. But like, Like,
What do you mean,
Yeah.
What?
Does it really change that much?
What?
If you have like, okay, like if you have a girlfriend that just works at a retail shop, I just feel like any girl that just like knows their sense of style, like, or knows what they want, a guy to look is just gonna make them look good. Sure. Like, I guess there's some advantages, I guess. Has any girlfriends in the past dressed me? Yeah. Just because like I think even today I still just throw on whatever. I honestly don't care about my clothes as much as other people. Yeah. I do to an extent. Like nowadays I'm like, okay, I kind of want to buy pants and I want to buy these clothes, but like, because most of my time is spent. I'm gonna sound like such a meathead in the gym, like either in the gym or at like just training. I don't really need to go out and look good. You know, it's also not a part of my job to like look stylish. Yeah, like that's why like I admire like that you always look good. Like,
thank you.
You're always presentable. Like everyone always goes like, "Yo, Ken, like Ken got the fits," and I'm like, "Yeah, dude, talk to him if you want some advice, because like he knows." Like literally everybody. I wish I was joking about that. I wish dude, everybody. If I go like, yo, I'm like, kind of, I don't know what to wear. They go like, why don't you ask Ken? Like, he's literally your best friend. I'm like, dude, yeah, I know. But like, you know how many other people are probably consulting with him right now? Like, I'm fine.
I don't get that many. I don't consult, bro. Yeah. Like me and Ian, we style Lee. We buy his clothes for him. Oh, okay. It's because of like, we're pushing him to like up himself.
Right.
Next is tattoos.
Oh my God. Is he actually going to go forward with a tattoo?
No, but we're trying to make him. You know, we're not trying to make him to a fuckboy. Right. But we're leading him down that route a little bit. It's kind of bad.
What to you is the, this is going to all sound bad. What is considered to you a fuckboy or douchebag look?
I can't even I don't even want to answer that. Because even my friends agree I look like one. Ooh. Which I hate. I'm not. But I remember one of my friends, like, we just like became friends and shit. Right?
I'm just analyzing it right now.
Bro, relax. We were just talking, right?
Oh, you know what a girl would tell me that is part of that look?
What?
The gold chain.
I don't like gold chains though. I mean, this technically is gold, but it's like it has. Yeah.
But like this gold is.
I don't know. I've never been a fan of those.
Yeah.
And like I'm not too much for like
jewelry.
Not jewelry. I mean, I have like.
Oh right.
But it's like
you don't wear rings anymore. I just noticed that.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get new ones.
Okay.
Right. So I'm just like keeping away from that. But I like wearing more of like there's like a pendant, right? Like it'd be a chain, but then there's a pendant on it. right? Like I want specifics. You know, I just don't want like, like something respectfully, something like that, right? Like Cuban links. I hate Cuban links, right? I just really don't like that whole kind of like. Might sound very weird and cocky, but it's like I hate the mainstream shit. Okay. I'm not trying to like be different or anything. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I'm like, okay, I try to stay away from that.
Yeah.
And if let's say I'm wearing something, and then it just catches on like trend wise, I'm like I'm off it. Like I had my fun. You guys are gonna ruin it.
Yeah.
Right. Let me just like when I was wearing a lot of vests, like tactical vests and like chest rigs. Right. I got clown for it from like my coworkers when I used to work at somewhere else, and then they started wearing it. I'm just like, yeah, fuck you, hypocrites.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I say.
That always happens when it comes to you. I noticed is that Ken will do something, everyone will be like, ew, that's ugly, and then it becomes a trend when he stops.
Yeah, and it's just like, yo, you guys suck.
You guys are late to the party. I'm sorry. I kind of started that. But yeah, I don't know. For me, everything that I wear, jewelry-wise, like this is from my best friend. My watch is from my best friend. My bracelet is the last gift my dad gave me. And this is also a gift my dad gave me. So it's like, it's not, before, I don't know if you remember, before I wouldn't wear, like maybe the watch, but I wouldn't wear this. I wouldn't wear my.
No, yeah, you weren't one to wear like accessories.
I didn't want to. I thought it was douchey.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I already.
You're a douchebag now.
I already like feel like a lot of people's interpretation of me is like F-boy look. So I'm like, I'm just not gonna.
Yeah. I mean, that was my first impression of you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, just twist the knife.
Twist the knife. Put it there.
Yeah, no.
Does Dom look like a fuckboy? Like, let's be like answer in the comments down below. Does he look like a fuckboy? Okay. Because he's wearing jewelry and accessorizing.
As I'm like over it. But yeah, no. Like I always thought I already have this. Like imagine I just add to it. I just amplify it even more. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that.
Yo, if you add a tattoo, you'd be like a Filipino Kevin Nguyen. You have the skin for it. You got the hair. You got the jewelry.
Let me correct you, sir. It's Kevin Win.
Anyways.
Win.
But I feel like, yeah, you'd be like ultimate fuckboy.
My Viets, I got you. Yeah, probably.
You want to get one?
Huh? Nah.
It's fun.
I thought about it for sure, but then I was like,
didn't your dad like disown you?
Yeah, my dad would disown me. My dad hated tattoos. Not that he hated. I think that's a strong word. He did not like it in terms of religion.
Fair enough, yeah.
Just what I've heard.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say about that.
I watched a video on that, but I'm not gonna go into it.
Yeah. But you know, I was like, you know, I should totally get a tattoo, like meaningful for him.
Yeah.
And then I just thought, man, like him up there in heaven would be like, dude, what? Like, you want to get what for me?
Yeah.
That's more of a slap to my face up in heaven than it is. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna get it.
Oh, dude. I remember, because we're on the topic of tattoos. So, this is my first tattoo right here. If you guys can see, I got this because I got heartbroken. I think 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Was it 2 years? No, a year ago.
No,
I think it was a year ago. And you just start getting more. You know, You know, I thought this guy that was in high school, you know, he had a lot of like tattoos, but they were respectfully, they weren't the best looking ones, right? And I just thought, and then he told me like, yeah, they're addicting, right? I'm like, what? Yeah. I get it. Yeah. I mean, on his side, he said it's because of the pain. Yeah. I'm like, okay. On my side, it's like, I just like it. Yeah. You know, it's like one bunch of little like random ones. You know, trying to create like more and shit. Yeah.
You know, let's go on this one. On the topic of heartbreak again. Because I think soon is gonna be heartbreak season again.
Fall?
Yeah, something about fall.
Experienced it already, but go
Things falling apart. What are ways after a heartbreak, male edition, that you do to kind of get yourself over it? Like, let's not generalize in terms of like, oh, what like everyone does.
Yeah.
Let's do specifically what us guys do to kind of help get over heartbreak. Like you said, getting tattoos might be one. Yeah, I think anything that has to do with upping your look.
Oh, dude, okay, okay, I can speak on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is when it started. It started last year.
Okay.
So what I did to like get over my heartbreak or add more value to myself, I ended up getting this tattoo. I got piercings and one here, but I stopped on my right. I don't know, I just didn't want it. And then I changed my haircut. right?
Yeah.
So I grew out my hair.
Yeah.
So it's been like a year. My hair's been like this, right? Yeah, just like changing my whole looks. Like, yo, I'm tired of like.
I really like this look. If I'm gonna be honest.
Thank you.
not to make it weird or anything.
I know. It's just out of nowhere, bro. But thank you. Anyways, yeah, it's like I did all these things to like really like create a better perception of myself, like visually.
Yeah.
Right. And yeah, it was fun. It was great. Now I'm just like adding more onto it just by adding tattoos. Yeah. You know, day by day or like throughout the times of the year, like I'll think of like, oh, what else am I gonna add to myself, right? Obviously for me it's like more tattoos.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. A lot of people have been telling me to dye my hair.
To dye your hair?
Dye my hair, yeah.
Oh my god, what color?
Like I was talking every time I go to my barber, he's always like, yo, you should dye your hair. I'm like, I don't know, man. Right? But they're like, oh, you look good in it. You know, people telling me like, yeah, I think you look good. I'm like, they're telling me go, was it dirty blonde? Not dirty blonde, platinum blonde or whatever, something like that. I forgot what
isn't
the color.
That just silver? Platinum?
Or silver, yeah. Silver, white, or blonde. They told me to go one of the three.
Silver would work.
Yeah, I can't see it though. I like my black hair.
I like black. Just
like I can't imagine it, but I want to like see it. You know,
there's filters for that, man. Like,
I know, but it's not like accurate. You know what I mean? It's like I need to physically, like, you know.
If you don't like it, just change it back.
All right, let me ask it to the viewers.
Oh my god.
All right, to the viewers watching, if I were to dye my hair to any color, what color best suits me? Because I'm contemplating possibly. So this is like the look, boom, boom.
Side view,
that's the back view. You know. Yeah, comment down below because I'm very curious if I might dye my hair. You know, I'll dye my hair if it reaches like how many likes? 500K likes. Oh my god.
I think you're good.
Yeah, I think
unless it's posted as a TikTok, then maybe who knows? But I think you're good.
If I do, bro.
Nah, no way. No.
Yo, guys, actually don't do it. Don't.
But yeah, even haircuts, like I feel like is a big one. I remember what a phase in my life. Buzzed my hair.
Oh, remember that shit.
After my first, would I say this is my first real heartbreak? Maybe not, because I got cheated on first. But there's a different time.
Yeah.
When like my heart was broken and I buzzed my head because I was like, I'm about to work out and like, but dude, it was so ugly. Just like, mind you, my dad told me that when I was a baby, I had a cone head, and that as the years went by, as my head was developing, he kind of had to massage my head to form my head. Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's just there's a lot of babies that are born with cone heads, so you kind of have to like.
Yeah, because I mean your skull's like very fragile at the time.
Yeah. So my head just already feels huge.
Yeah.
So now imagine with almost all my hair gone. Just it's not a sight.
Yeah, I have pictures
to view. Yeah, you do. That's embarrassing. That's
don't go back to a buzz, bro.
Don't never again. Not even maybe for a role. Depends if am I getting paid? Am I getting paid? I don't know. But yeah, it's haircuts are a big thing. I know a lot of people like change their style completely. They perm it, they middle part it. Yeah. They say fuck it, I'm gonna grow it all out. Or they say fuck it, I'm gonna shave it all off or change the whole color.
Yeah.
Whatever you feel that you need to do, go ahead. I think it's for your character development. And it's totally fine. Who knows? Maybe you find a different you that you never knew was in there, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think one big takeaway from me changing my whole like appearance was like I felt like a little more confident, right? And I realized another reason why I decided to like change up my whole thing after like my heartbreak is because I'm like, I am so tired of that Ken. You know, that Ken is like, it was just heartbreak after heartbreak and shit. I'm like, and it was always with the buzz. Somewhat of a buzz, right? So I'm just like, yeah, let me grow this shit out, right? And I feel more confident. Like, yeah, dude, I'm never going back to a buzz, right? Back when I was talking to whatever, right, to the girl I was seeing, right? I told her like, yo, what if I go back to a buzz? She's like, no. I'm like, this is a better look on you. I'm like, I'll take it.
It is a better.
I will take it. It is a better look on you. Yeah. So, guys, if you're going through a heartbreak, I think the first thing you should do, besides healing, is get a haircut change your appearance a little bit, you know, the one that suits you, and just wash away and take away the past, you know, up yourself, you know. Yeah.
The number one that I've always seen guys do,
What?
and you're gonna agree with this one, is go to the gym.
Yeah.
It's completely normal. Like, I think it's more so of creating like a shell to hide the pain.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But like, you're also just like, I don't know what it is, but I hate when guys get shamed for going to the gym after a heartbreak. Yeah, they do.
Oh, I think I saw it. I think I've heard about
A lot of people have been like,
because it's like what, releasing anger and stuff like the wrong way or something like that.
that's
what they said.
you know how ridiculous that sounds? That's like saying Call of Duty promotes gun violence. It's just like, it doesn't make sense. Like, going to the gym doesn't make you more angry.
Yeah.
If anything, it makes you more calm. Like, going to the gym when you're feeling down, you get to release a lot in the gym that you don't bring out elsewhere. Like a lot of gym people are some of the calmest people. Same with like why a lot of martial artists are like one of the calmest people, because they release that sort of animalistic like quality to them, and they don't bring it out elsewhere.
Yeah.
You know, and like you got to think about it like this way. If you see someone super fit, that takes so much discipline and hard work, which are two qualities that to me are like pretty high up there on the scale of like where I, you know, say is important to me. Because like it takes a while. It takes a while to actually build and grow certain muscles, and like the journey to it. You never know, like someone might have lost a lot of weight or someone gained a lot of weight. You know, a lot of strength, and like, it's hard. Yeah. It's never easy. Like, you try going to the gym, even just the first week that you start, it's not the easiest thing in the world. It's not. Now imagine doing that for like 3-4 months or even years. Yeah. Consistently. Like that takes a lot. And for anyone to honestly, in my opinion, bring that person down, it's kind of ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah. I think that is you kind of tarnishing someone's hard work, and it's you projecting your own insecurities of yourself. Like it's super hard, difficult to do that. And so whenever guys do that after a heartbreak, dude, all the guys, every comment section, yo, you got this, bro. Like, yeah, like it's also very supportive. You can't find that anywhere else. And it's not even like it's the type of support where it's like, oh, like, yay, like, you know, like it's like, yo, bro, like, do this, do that. Like, they're also giving you advice. They like really want you to make it. Yeah. Because all guys know when you've been through heartbreak, you want your boys to succeed because you wish that was something you had. Yeah. So I don't know. I like that community a lot. So yeah.
Oh, one thing I did to like get over heartbreak, or at least like really make it easier for me, and just like take my mind off it, like really release that stress or like those thoughts. I went rock climbing.
I found a new hobby.
Yeah, you find a new hobby. Like rock climbing, like it was before the heartbreak happened, and then after I was like, yeah, let me just go, right? And it was like, oh, dude, I'm like enjoying it more and more. Like I've been going like pretty much like almost once a week, right? And it's like so much fucking fun. Yeah. If you guys have a chance to go bouldering or rock climbing, go ahead, do it. I'm still beginning. Yeah. Right? And yo, it's mad fun, bro. You just think how to problem solve and everything. So much fun. Yeah. But yeah, after heartbreak, you tend to like pick up a lot more hobbies, right? Because you're trying to like replace or fill in the gaps, you know, that you used to do with this person, right? That's what I did. Like I think one thing I did more often was I watched more shows or movies, right? Yeah. So like at night, you know, I'd be on call with her, but now at night it's like, oh, I'm gonna finish my one show, and then I'm gonna go sleep. Yeah. Right. And it's just better. Yeah. It's just so much better. Yeah. Like very more calm. It's like, okay, yo, it's like I'm not worrying. Yeah, yeah. Like when I used to before. Yeah. Right? Like right now I'm watching I'm trying to finish Wu-Tang Saga. Wu-Tang and American Saga. It's like I fucking love Wu-Tang. Yeah. One of my favorite rap groups. Yeah. Right? But yeah, yo, if you guys haven't watched it, yo, give it a watch, bro. It's fucking amazing. But yeah.
Yeah, hobbies are super, and it's great because like I feel like when you lose a part of yourself, like, and then you go out, you search for like different hobbies, you're finding parts of yourself that you didn't know were there, and you're on your journey of self growth. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, I don't know if you knew this, but I went back to Taekwondo after my heartbreak.
I remember.
Yeah, and like now it's like become not only like a passion of mine, it's my job. and it's also just like something I want to do even in the future. Like I still want to continue it. It was something that I lost, and now I found it again. It's like beautiful, and that's the important thing for me at heartbreak. Is that you can always like go back to things, or you can find new things, and you find a different love for it. I can't explain it, but you find a new love for it. Yeah,
like another thing that I did after I got broken up with and everything, right? I even told you, like, I started honing down on like my designs, like my fashion, my artwork, and everything. And I was like creating like pieces that were like very meaningful to me. Yeah. Right. And it's like, yo, now I'm like very more into it. Yeah. It's like, yo, I'm just enjoying it more and more. It's like design or, creativity has never left me. And I'm glad like now I have like this new profound thing for it. Yeah. Right. And it's great. Yeah. It's great because I'm like, yo, this year I really believe like I can move out next year by the money I'm going to get through all the stuff that I'm doing. Right. And it's just, you find a lot after getting broken up with, and it's a new level of peace. Yeah.
I know of people that like, I remember we talked about it when Olivia Rodrigo's first album came out. And it was like a lot of people took heartbreak into passion for their like creative endeavors. Yeah. Or like they double down on their job, whatever it is. Yeah. They just work more. Which is cool now that we're bringing up Olivia Rodrigo because she just dropped another album.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, it's called Guts.
I don't even know that.
I rate it a 7 out of 10.
Is it like similar to the first album?
It is so on that same album. I think it's a different phase of her life. Yeah. It's her unhinged era. But she's got a few bangers if you're a fan of her music for like if you have driver's license in there. There are some songs that are similar to that, like heartbreak songs, but then there's also some that are similar to Avril Lavigne like songs. Yeah. So if you're a part of that niche, that's for you. But the songs that you and I like are there too. That's why I rate it like a 7.5. It's not my favorite.
I'll give it a listen today.
But she's just talented. Yeah. But yeah, turning heartbreak into passion is super, super. Like for me, like when my dad was like dying, like I wrote a film, and it was in my head. I was in it for the wrong things too, which I will admit. I was doing that film not for I was doing it for myself. Don't get me wrong, but it was also so that it was my last hurrah for my dad because I knew not a lot of time was left, and he was already against me going into film school. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do what I set out to do just before he dies because I want to show him that. Unfortunately, I didn't get to show him the project, but I feel like that's why during that time I was on such a time crunch and such a like, we got to get this done. And like I was looking towards just trying to be a good son to him, that I wasn't good to myself, and a lot of shit went wrong for me. But yeah, like, those feelings of like pain they really help you fuel up for something else. They give you a different drive.
They do. I like it. I like that heartbreak drive, Yeah. Because I'm not, at least the way that I take it, I'm not trying to prove it to her. I'm trying to prove it to myself. Right? Because I feel like the moment, if you're trying to prove something to her after a heartbreak, it's kind of wrong. Yeah. Right? It's like, what's that gonna do? Yeah. Right? It's like, there's always option. One, she might not come back. Yeah. Which is the most realistic option there is to believe in. Yeah. Right? Two is like, yeah, sure, she might, but it's like, okay, but what then? Yeah. What happened before may happen again. Yeah. Right?
I saw a comedian and it was hilarious. He was like, what is with all these alpha male posts? I saw this one clip that said, the moment she broke up with you, she made a bet on your future. And I think to an extent that is hilarious. But at the same time, like, yeah. Like, not, as in like she actually did. But in a way, like, by like it ending, there's no future now with you guys. Yeah. And it's almost like she didn't see a future with you. So now it's like, why? And you kind of, in a really weird way, you try to make up for that. You try to go like, I'm going to show everybody what they're missing, kind of. Yeah. And it's kind of toxic. It's dumb. It is honestly just do it for yourself, but also like, yeah, like to me, I like to, when it comes to after a heartbreak, I do remember a lot of things that I've said, and I'm like, I'm still gonna do that.
Yeah.
Like I'm still gonna, not to prove it to her, I'm gonna prove it to myself that I do what I say and yada yada. But like I don't know about you. Like I'm just gonna like double down. Like now I'm gonna switch up the pace of this one. I just feel like I was not as good as a partner as I thought I was. I kind of like thought about some stuff because I was looking at, I don't know if I was looking at a post or something, but it was just like stuff about, oh, I remember what it was now. I'm watching Summer I Turned Pretty. And there's a character named Conrad.
Yeah.
And another character named Jeremiah and another one named Belly. And it's this big love triangle. Belly loves Conrad. Conrad loves Belly, but Jeremiah's also in the background and he kind of like loves Belly too. And this weird love triangle. Anyways, everyone's torn between which team they are. They're either Team Conrad or Team Jeremiah. I empathize with this character named Conrad because his mom was dying and all this stuff and he couldn't be there completely for his girlfriend. And like, to me, it makes sense. I was like, oh yeah, like he's going through a lot and he has a lot of baggage. Like it's not his fault entirely. Like it's hard to deal with those things. And then everyone's just like, yeah, but you shouldn't do it this way. Like that's super toxic in the hurt people sense of things. And I thought, wow, okay, let me think about this real quick. I was a bad partner. Like as much as like there were things that like I was dealing with, I'm not that great. And then the whole like if he wanted to he would thing, it's true. If he wanted to he would. I saw a post that said if he wanted to he would. He doesn't have to have money. Just making a gift out of origami, like, or even just like I don't know, like spending quality time with me, doing these little things, that goes a long way. I don't need the best vacation or the best spa trip or whatever. I just want the small things. Like just visiting me at work or whatever. And so I thought about that and I was like, wow, I was so headstrong on doing these big gestures, so headstrong on being a dependent partner for that person that I lacked doing the little things. I was so headstrong in the wrong ways that mattered, at least. Because I grew up thinking like a lot of big gestures matter. You watch all these different romantic comedies or romantic dramas and you think the big things are what matter. And it's not. Like, it's really not. Yeah. Sometimes just being the shoulders to cry on is what defines a whole relationship. It really is. I remember, like, that being a moment in time where my partner at the time, that's why they fell in love with me. Because I was just there when they needed me. And, like, that's such a big thing. Like, it sounds like a small moment, but it apparently is. It's huge. Yeah. Instead of, oh yeah, no, when he bought me 1,000 bouquets, like that's like when I fell in love with him. Like no, it's really not. When he bought me a car, no. Yeah. It's just the little things, and so I realized like, wow, I'm a shit partner. I think I'm getting a lot better now. That's good. You know, in terms of like what I do for any partner, but I think before I prioritize the wrong things, and I will take responsibility with that. Have you ever felt like maybe you were looking at it the wrong way?
Fortunately, no. That's good. Because I knew the small things mattered a lot. Like, when I was talking to this one girl, like, a couple years back, it's what she did for me, right? So I didn't have the best relationship with my dad, right? So I was on FaceTime with her, right? And then my dad wanted to talk to me, right? And I think he was on Facebook, like, video with my mom. So I'm just like, okay, I had her, like, on the side, then had him. I had both my AirPods on, so they're both on her. Yeah. Right? But I can still hear him, right? And she knew, like, based on like how I was physically, like how I was acting. She told me like breathe, like calm down.
Yeah.
Right. She like kind of like I was still talking to him, and she was telling me all these things. It's like calm down, breathe. I'm here. I was like, and after that, I'm like, this girl is different. Like, I like this about her. Right. I'm like, she's comforting me. Right. It's not how she made me feel. It's like what she did for me, like, and to me. It's like, yo, like my feelings just like grew a lot immensely for her. Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just great because I was like, yo, yeah, I want to like see where this goes.
Yeah.
Right. So that little thing, I didn't care much of a big gesture.
Yeah.
Right. And then things that I knew small things do matter a lot because eventually they'd ask about it. And you just kind of, if you overlook it, it's like, oh shit, my bad. To them, it's big. Yeah. Right. Like I remember one time, this other girl I was seeing, right before, she sent me like these 2 songs, right, from like one of her favorite artists. I told them, I'll listen to it later. I forgot to. The next day, she told me about it. It's like, did you listen to it? She's like, I knew it. I'm like, oh, dude, oh, fuck. Yeah. I'm like, so I listened to it, gave her a whole rating. She was like, she was okay. Yeah. Right. So then from then forth, it's like, whenever she suggested something or like something that she likes, like I made sure to like look into it. I made sure to like indulge in it. Right. Because that's meaningful to her. So I'm like, I want to know more about what you like and who you are. Yeah. Right. So did that. It's like, and it made her like, I'm assuming she had like a good appreciation for like whatever I did. Right. And so small things matter a lot. It goes a long way because it's like the basis and the foundation of like a relationship. Right. As much as anyone can just give you flowers and everything. Right. Like the fat bouquets.
Why are you giving the just because flowers?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that shit, dude? Yeah.
Yeah. You got to do a little more. Yeah. A little more doesn't mean it's a lot. It
could be so small. Yeah. At least I like, in your opinion, it could look small, but to her, it'll be huge. Right. Like, honestly, even with us guys, like it could be something small, but we'll appreciate it. like, for example, watching that movie with us or watching that sporting event with us, like, we know you don't completely like it, but the fact that you're doing it because we like it, that goes a long way too. Or doing something like a hobby, like playing basketball with us. Yeah. We know you don't like it, but if you do it with us, it makes it awesome.
That's true.
So, yeah, that's something I just learned really recently, and I've been beating myself up for it, but then I'm like, you could either beat yourself up for this for a very long time, or you could just make the change now. Like, there's no point in like looking back at the past and going, what you should have done, because now you will do it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, as long as you're always headstrong on making like fixes on those mistakes, you're always going to be getting better. And that's what this journey honestly is all about. Like, I've thought about it so much of all my should haves. And it gives you nothing. Yeah. I think that's also why a lot of times we do an overcorrection. Yeah. Either we're doing an overcorrection on what we should have done with this ex-partner, like in terms of like what we should have done in the relationship, or you're doing an overcorrection on who that partner is. Yeah. I do believe in the overcorrection theory.
I do too.
If you guys don't know what the overcorrection theory is, we went over this in a past podcast. The overcorrection theory is when you completely overcorrect your past partner and have a new partner that is almost like an opposite in a way. It's all the things that you corrected about the past person with this new person. Yeah, I believe in that rule a lot. Have I done it? I think so. I think at times, but I don't. Nowadays, I just look for someone who matches me. Nowadays, I just look for someone who matches me. Yeah. I think that's the best way to filter things out. That's what I've noticed. Is that if you're looking for a partner, we also went over the 100% rule, where it's like, just because you feel like you love yourself at 20, someone loves you at 30 feels like a lot. That totally happens. Love yourself first and then you'll find someone. But like finding someone that just fits in place with all the things that you like, that's way better. I've Yeah.
Yeah.
It's way, way better. Because you're speaking your language.
Mm.
You don't gotta filter anything out. You don't gotta change certain things that you like to, I don't know, adapt to another person's lifestyle. You could just be you and be like, cool, I wanted to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Or cool, I like this too anyway. It just works.
It does.
And then you just feel like you fit. And like you should always, and I mean always, hold out for that person.
You should.
Because you don't want to miss a gem like that. Like to me, I feel like, sure, maybe movies are just movies. But if I could experience that, I would. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I feel.
Hey man, I just want to enjoy things, you know?
I can enjoy things. I think I enjoy them more if they're like the way I wanted it to be.
No, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Yeah. If they're all that I've ever expected,
yeah,
I'm like, ooh, that's it, right? That's different. Yeah.
Like I think before we ended off, one thing I remember back then, right?
Yeah.
I told her about this concert, right? It's like, oh, I have like no one to go with. Right? 'Cause it's like next month, but we talked about it like months before.
Yeah.
Right? And she's like, "Oh, do you want me to come with you?" In my head, I'm like, "I really would, but because you're not into his music, it doesn't make sense. It's like I want to be there with someone who's like can also indulge in the music." It was a UK rapper named Nux. I don't know if you know him, but yeah, it's like you're gonna be there. You don't know what the fuck he's really saying. You know, it's like this is my music. I know your music. It's not your taste. So thank you though.
Yeah.
Right, because I want to be with someone who's gonna enjoy that too.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, it's like it's better to enjoy with someone who's like has a slight interest in it, even the slightest bit. Yeah. You know, it's like instead of someone's like, "Oh, I don't know what that is." Yeah. Right. It's great if you don't know and you want to get indulged, but it's like it's a little better if like you know there's a little interest in that of what's happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys,
a little more chilled out podcast today. We are still cooking up some stuff for the future. What do I have going? Let's see. Oh yeah, I posted the casting call for my film, What Once Was Forever. So we're casting for that. Castings have been great.
Is there a deadline on when to?
I believe we said the 22nd.
Okay.
Of September. So send in your submissions. We will send you what you need to do for auditions. And there's also be on the lookout because we will be casting for background actors. We do have a few scenes where it's like a party and a classroom, so we would need some background people. Either that could be you.
You have to be in Toronto.
Yeah, you have to be in Toronto. Or that could be anyone else that we know. It doesn't matter. I have a long week ahead. I don't know if you knew. I told you. I think in the group chat, I was like, number 1, I'm watching Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
Number 2, I have a tournament, and then number 3, I got this film. It's gonna be my first film in 2 years. Damn. So
make sure you guys stay tuned for that.
Yes, honestly, I think everyone that has come through for all the heartbreak content is gonna love this one. Yeah. I think, to me at least, the script and the story is centered around heartbreak. Not complete like shitty heartbreak to the point where it's really bad. Yeah. But just for you to feel a little sting, just a bit. So yeah, I really hope you guys like are excited for that and tune into that. It's gonna be super fun for me. It's gonna be my first time just directing specifically a drama. So I'm really, really excited, but also really, really nervous. A lot of imposter syndrome coursing through my body, but it's fine. I think that's my favorite quote is from Steph Curry, where he says, or not my favorite quote, but it's one of my favorite quotes. Steph Curry says, when you're really nervous for the moment, that means you're ready for the moment. Like, that's how you know. Yeah. So, yeah. That's been, unless you have anything else you're doing?
No, it's kind of it. You know, make sure you guys go like, comment, follow, subscribe to us. Tune into our Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well. Give us a rating. And yeah, that's kind of it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. You have any topics you want us to do, comment down below as well. Yeah. This is a welcoming community for those that are new here. Yes. A lot of new things planned for the future. So stay tuned for that. Coming from myself and Dom as well. Yes. So follow us on our own socials. And that's been the Booth Podcast. Hope you guys have a great day or wherever the fuck you are. night, good evening. Anyways, take care. Peace.
Peace.